Hello and welcome, barmy Army.
Hey, Army.
Welcome to today's special episode where we talk about the fact that Gordon Ramsay is a total miser when it comes to giving out steak and chips. How much was the steak and chips, Nick?
Steak and chips and salted fries, £23.
£23, and
we don't know what that is in other currencies, so if you just enter it into a currency converter, but you'll be shocked.
yes, far too much for a teeny whizzle slither of steak and some carefully portioned out fries. Now, one gentleman roasted Gordon on this on TripAdvisor, and rightly so. You cannot believe it. But, Gordon, the shoe is on the other foot, sir. You have been served. Tell us what the man said, Nick.
He said, Gordon is not Heston Blumenthal, but Gordon is Jesus.
He managed to multiply the steaks. It's a miracle. So he basically took one steak and cut it into about 10 bits.
And then charged £23 for the privilege.
Well done, Gordon. Yeah. Someone's saving up for Christmas.
I've never been that impressed by Gordon Ramsay. I mean, good on him for building up the restaurants that he has. But when you have all these clips of him yelling at his staff like that, and
that's right.
That it's almost like he made it almost acceptable to yell at your staff, and it is not acceptable to yell at your staff. Imagine, if our bosses shouted at us like that, how many people would still be working? A lot of our colleagues would have told them where to go by now.
Exactly. And in general, if it was at your workplace and you saw Gordon, it'd probably be funny for a few minutes, and then you'd be slightly annoyed, wouldn't you?
Yes. It's like you, but it's like you need to, no good manager got it out of yelling at their staff like that.
And
I have to
apparently,
say, this reviewer did give 2 stars for the polite staff.
See, the staff were nice. The staff. But obviously, he's not impressed with Gordon's miserly portions. And to be honest with you, if I went to a swanky restaurant in London, I believe it was Camden.
Yeah, it was.
If I went to a swanky restaurant in London, I would expect a fairly big steak for £22. I mean, I've been to a restaurant called Miller & Carter. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Yep.
But you can get some of the top-of-the-range steaks for that much, and they're massive.
Indeed. It kind of feels like with Gordon Ramsay's restaurants, you are paying for a name.
This is it.
But even so, that's not an excuse to basically overcharge and underserve.
This is true. So, what do you think, guys? Would you pay out £22 just for a brand name? Is celebrity chef culture, or generally celebrity culture, dead? Would you pay out extra money just because it had someone's name on it?
And do you think Gordon Ramsay actually did eat out to help out?
I don't know, did he? We're going to have to research that.
Yeah, not sure. A lot of places still are doing that. Of course, we talked about this on the last episode, and
which is coming up in after this one. So we're going to talk about Eat Out to Help Out tonight on the bench.
There we go. That's an insight into our filming order for you there. But I do think. But yeah, it kind of. It's kind of like the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
Paying for a lot of people just simply aren't going to be able to pay for.
That's right.
A name with a celebrity chef attached to it.
That is definitely another issue. Can people even afford to do that sort of thing? Is that more of a luxury now? Should Gordon reassess not only his prices, but his portion size?
He might even be at the point where he's going to have to soon. Sorry, you were saying?
I was just saying, not being funny, if it was a massive steak, there is a sort of a thing where you think, maybe it is worth it for £22. But for it being a tiny steak and a few chips, I don't think so. I think the gentleman was well in the right to moan on TripAdvisor.
And it's kind of like, and the thing is, it's like, does Gordon Ramsay use kind of like top of the range ovens? He doesn't manufacture ovens.
No.
So, You know,
I very much doubt. I think he's probably got a fairly decent oven, but all the equipment,
yeah.
you know, I'm not being funny. Even if you encounter all the costing and all the equipment and stuff, they're still making loads of money. I mean, I don't know if you know much about the chef world, Nick, but obviously in the restaurateur world, but they obviously need to make money on top of each restaurant. So you can guarantee that there's at least a 50-60% markup
Are
on
you
that.
slagging off Gordon Ramsay?
No, would we ever?
Are you sure?
No.
I'm hearing things. Apparently
Gordon-
it was, who was it yesterday? Jamie Oliver?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, we're sure. Bye, everyone.